from Vancouver, British Columbia, with over 3.5 million followers on TikTok, they are Chris and Patrick, the Vörös Twins.
This is what Dungeon Wrestling needs. This kind of guys. These guys to lead the tag team division.
And their opponents, making their way to us from Wigan, England, at a combined weight of 370 pounds, they are the inaugural and defending Dungeon Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Thomas and Mark Billington.
That's not very nice.
Just a healthy reminder of whose ring this is.
You already know who it was.
Michael Fitzpatrick.
I don't know, Mitch. That's a bad omen. You don't touch the gold until you earn the gold.
Sometimes it is, and sometimes it's not, Dimitri. We're sports guys. We've seen this a few times.
All right, Michael Fitzpatrick doing his due diligence, making sure that nothing happens like what happened in the last match with Terry from accounting, a foreign object. Here we go.
This is going to be a very interesting competition, gentlemen. As boom, right off the gate, Thomas Billington letting the Vörös know they are in a tag team title competition. Look at the speed of Billington.
Wasting no time.
Leapfrog into a Hurricane Rana, brings down. That is Chris Vörös, I believe.
Blowing a bit of money on that, Mike?
This time the Vörös is knocked to the outside into the fans. Wait a minute. What is Thomas thinking? What is Thomas thinking? He can't be. There's no way. There's no way. Oh my God! Right into the crowd. And Thomas Billington is a house of fire.
Welcome to Dungeon Wrestling.
Welcome to the Tag Team Championship match, fellas.
Unbelievable. If there was ever a way to send a message, you can either punch the biggest guy in the mouth or give him a crossbody off the top rope to the outside.
Well, right now it's Patrick Vörös in the ring against both Billingtons, where he does not want to be. Drop down toe hold followed by an elbow by Thomas, and this is what the brothers are all about.
They're showing quickly why they're the tag champs. Double suplex.
The action has been non-stop since jump on this one, gentlemen. And now it's Mark Billington. Mark Billington recently also competing in boxing in his home in the UK, and nevertheless, still continuing to wrestle, a two-sport athlete in this case.
It's almost a rite of passage in the UK.
Once again, that's Patrick Vörös in the ring at this time. And Thomas, or Mark I should say, going for a springboard elbows, caught by Patrick Vörös. Irish whip into the corner reverse. And this time, Mark manages to leap over. Enziguri to the back of the head.
And the instinct you can see from the Vörös brothers. He's trying to come in and do the best he can to help him out.
And Patrick knocked silly for a second, but manages to get a jawbreaker of sorts onto Mark Billington. Guys, I'm already out of energy, and they just started this match.
I was just going to say, this is unbelievable. But the Vörös, see, look at that. Veterans. Veterans of the game, they're saying, hey, we're going to slow this down a little.
I don't know if the Vörös are veterans to the degree of the Billingtons, but nevertheless, they're getting a lot of love right now from each other, but not so much these fans. I'm starting to lose track of which one's which here. Hold on. Just a second. It's just a Vörös attack. Look at this. Just to speak to the competitive nature of the Bulldogs, you're seeing all this double team from the Vörös Twins. Nevertheless, Thomas Billington staying in his corner, staying in his tag road.
There you go. Was that the Da Vinci? Is that the move we were waiting for?
See a hook in the legs right now, and only 2 for the Vörös Twins.
Well, like you said, the Billington Bulldogs, they started off hot, but the Vörös Twins are showing why they're a tag team in their own right.
I love it. We're starting to catch our stride. Here we go. Nice and slow.
That is Chris Vörös in the ring now.
How can you be so sure?
Pretty sure that's Patrick.
I have my ways. Maybe if you did a little more show prep, Mitch, you'd be ready to know which one's which. But in the meantime, there it is, a jawbreaker once again from Mark Billington. These Vöröses do love their catchphrases. It's pretty hard to do that if your jaw's wired shut. Tag, Chris to Patrick. This time the Vörös is planning something, going for a double chop, but instead, Mark blocks it. Well, this is something to be said. A pair of brother tag teams. Now, obviously, we have some. Oh, my.
I got him right on the top of his head, you guys. He might be out cold.
Spiked him into the mat. Like a lawn dart almost. Kids, look up lawn darts. They don't know what we're talking about. But here we see the cover. Good for 2 in this case. And the Vörös, still not surprised.
I agree with the Vörös Twins right now.
Said that was a 5 count. I'm not sure that's a sound argument.
Well, listen, I mean, all night I've been saying it. The referee, the counts are a little slow, but that's Chris. Clearly, Chris is right. He could have counted the 5.
That's Patrick.
I'm pretty sure it's Chris.
That's Patrick.
You know what?
I'm going to send you a binder.
Yeah.
Some prep for next show.
Send it over.
Listen, Patrick's the one with the blonde hair. Right. It's not that hot.
Right. Patrick's the one in control this time. Looks to do a splash in the corner, but Mark Billington gets out at the last second. It looks like Patrick may have hurt his knee. Both men down, struggling to get to their partners, and now it's Thomas Billington, the House of Fire once again. Look at that. No wasted motion at all. Thomas Billington just on fire here. Look at the power of that drop kick. That might have dislocated the shoulder.
Just like a bulldog.
And the strength of the body slam.
Little Napoleon there is going crazy. Holy.
Oh, beautiful elbow from the top.
And this could be it if he wraps them up, hooks the leg. And now it's Chris breaking the counts on the outside.
He had no choice. It was over.
Pretty sure that was Patrick.
Okay, the bit's old, Mitch. Nevertheless, the Vörös Twins both in a world of hurt at this point as the Bulldogs just unleashing fury over these 2. Thomas, look at the aggression. Look at the energy. Driving his feet into the lower back.
Why is he so mad?
He got a championship to defend.
What's going on?
You know what, Mitch? Win a tag team championship and maybe you'll get it.
Mike, I think you're talking to 2 guys that could possibly contend for this.
No, I said you win one. I don't think anybody would actually win a team with you.
Mike.
Yeah, good luck.
Okay,
You might want to hit Kijiji for that. You can hang out at Hitman's bar every day and try and ask somebody to be your tag partner.
By default, unfortunately, I have to back him up.
That's right. Mike, we're looking for a manager.
The Greekies?
Thomas Billington. That chin lock securely in play. Look at the face turning red. Just that oxygen supply getting cut right off. Mark Billington makes the tag. Suplex. Hitting square. Center of the ring. That could have been it. And still trying to get the tag are the Vörös Twins, but
using anything to tag. You see he's putting his leg out.
Brilliant. Hey.
You often wonder why that isn't a strategy used in wrestling, except for the fact that technically all tags do have to be hand-on-hand contact. Now, referees will sometimes allow tags of other parts of the body to occur, like we saw earlier in the blind tag situation between the Bulldogs, but
Great snap.
Either way, Patrick Vörös in a world of hurt.
Say what you want about them being social media stars and nothing more to that. There's a lot of resilience and toughness to stay in the ring with the champs and take that kind of punishment.
Don't forget, these two arrived in Dungeon Wrestling in just our last show earlier in Halloween this year. WrestleMania 3 making their debut here in Dungeon, having an impressive win, and now competitors for the Tag Team Championship. Oh! Double assault!
Trying to pump up that 3.6 million fan.
There it is.
Wait a minute, was there a tag there?
Yes.
All right, just making sure. These twins sometimes like to switch things up on us. This time it's Chris with a flying double cross body block.
He's holding his shoulder. He is holding his shoulder. This is not good, you guys.
You know, I'm really impressed with the Vörös Twins right now. They are really taking it to the Tag Team Champions. I'm liking this.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Referee checking on the Billington Bulldogs now.
He had hurt his shoulder.
Might be a bit of a situation here. Mark Billington.
We'll take it from here, Mike. Absolutely. Mike McGuire going to check to see what's happening, getting us a closer report right here. But, you know, after that cross body, they hit themselves very hard.
I mean, I'm thinking I might have to suit up and get in. Does that mean the Vörös win by default?
Well, I don't know what's going to happen right here, but I will say in true sportsmanship, they are watching very closely to see what's happening.
Oh, here we go!
There you go. See, the Vörös is smart. Hey, you picked on my brother, now I'm going to pick on you. Oh,
There we go.
Napoleon's going crazy here.
This is what's happening. Whoa!
Sometimes you just got to take matters into your own hands.
Or into your own heads. Beautiful headbutt.
Guys, I did check, and Mark Billington said he wants to keep going, but right now, if you see, it's all Thomas to the outside on both Vörös Twins. This match has been incredibly intense.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I know he says he still wants to keep going, but he's holding that shoulder. He's still out of the ring. But nonetheless.
Driving suplex does Thomas. Diving headbutt off the top, and this time isn't enough.
Thomas Billington just won the Tag Team Championship by himself.
Tag Team Champions, the Billington
A much-deserved victory nonetheless. Perseverance. Dedication. Mitch, I don't know what to say right here. These four literally put their bodies on the line